This is George Gershwin, one of the most legendary and versatile composers in American history. He wrote jazz, he wrote musicals, and he fully orchestrated several pieces. There was one point in time that if there was any major pieces of music being worked on in New York City, he was likely involved with them. Right now, you're hearing his most famous and my personal favorite piece of his work, Rhapsody in Blue. He's also responsible for the groundbreaking opera Porgy and Bess. But how did this musical powerhouse get his start? Let's take a look. George Gershwin was born on September 26, 1898, in Brooklyn, New York. George had no real interest in music for the first decade of his life. He was just another scrappy kid on the streets of New York. That all changed when he stumbled into a friend's violin recital. Something about the sound transfixed him. His parents had bought a piano, not for George, but for his older brother. But George was the one who couldn't stay away from it, and soon he had taught himself to play by ear.
By 1915, George had dropped out of school to work as a song plunger, someone who plays sheet music for potential buyers. And in 1916, he published his first ever song, earning him a whopping 50 cents.
But he kept writing, and soon, Broadway came calling.
Throughout the 1920s and 30s, Gershwin teamed up with his brother Ira, a brilliant lyricist, to create musical comedies that lit up the stage.
Shows like Lady Be Good, Funny Face, OK, and Strike Up the Band blended clever lyrics, jazzy rhythms, and unforgettable melodies.
In 1924, he stunned the world with what would become his most popular work, Rhapsody in Blue. It blended jazz tones with piano music and made something truly spectacular.
Premiered by Paul Whiteman's orchestra, it made Gershwin a household name and cemented his reputation as a composer who could do it all.
He continued to write for the stage with hit after hit, like Girl Crazy, the story of a rich playboy being sent to a small town to be reformed, and Of Thee I Sing, the story about a presidential candidate's visit to another small town where he gets sued for breach of promise, the latter of which being the first show to win the Pulitzer Prize for drama.
Oh, I got plenty of nuttin', and nuttin's plenty for me. I got no car, I got no mule, I got no...
In 1935, he debuted Porgy and Bess.
It was an ambitious folk opera that blended musical theater with traditional African music. It had an all-black cast and was unlike anything Broadway had ever seen up to that point, and was an instant hit.
George Gershwin died tragically young at just 38, but in less than 2 decades, he had reshaped the sound of American music.
From the concert hall to the Broadway stage,
His music continues to inspire us.
he truly created the songs of a new century.